You're listening to Israel's #1 podcast.
Podcast about list. With cum and poop.
You've reached Patrick Sandwich.
Welcome to Season 2.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Season 2, I'm Patrick.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Caleb. And
Wet Caleb.
Wet Caleb.
And we have a
I'm
special
so glad
guest.
Aaron doesn't know about that. And you're not going to
Oh,
tell
well,
him
now,
either.
okay,
Yeah,
so
Aaron,
Caleb's
no.
constantly wet and
It's
he
not
eats
true.
bones.
Yeah, Wet
Really?
Caleb eats bones.
Yeah.
That's our
You
thing.
guys are
about
so
him.
childish. You guys are like 10 years old. You think it's funny to call a man wet? I have a family who could hear this.
Yeah.
And they would be pissed
And
off.
they'd be
They're
like,
all
yeah,
wet, too. They're
that's
all
true.
underwater.
No, they're not underwater. They don't
We're
have
all
any
underwater.
I know family from
He's a sea monkey.
He's an
That's not true.
Atlantean.
We have Aaron on, who Aaron is somebody I've wanted to have on for a long time. He travels the world,
Oh,
and we
thank you.
finally, our schedules overlapped. Thank you for coming,
Right.
Aaron.
I'm glad to be here.
How you
Thank
feeling?
I feel okay. I haven't had any sleep in a long time.
Yeah, I want to get into this. What's going on with your sleep schedule?
I don't know. I kind of just loop around the clock. So I sleep
you
one
loop around
night.
the clock?
I sleep one night. I don't
Isn't that
sleep
what
the
everyone
next
does?
night. Yes,
That's
yes.
how time works.
You go
Yeah, but
around
my loop lasts much longer than everybody else's.
So you're on you have like a 36-hour awake period?
Yeah, something like that, or maybe like 20-hour, and it just kind of bumps along. It shifts a little bit, shifts 4 hours forward every time. So sometimes what I do is I just sleep half of the nights.
So what do you have you gotten to the bottom of this yet?
No,
You might have a tumor on your pineal gland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it's
My-
suppressing like dream
Energy,
chemicals.
dream
Yeah,
energy.
Dream
Dream
energy.
energy.
Yeah.
It might be the dream energy. That's
Yeah.
I haven't been sleeping too well either. I think it's because I'm eating poorly all the time.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
another.
I think that might be it. The other day, I was just like feeling like dog shit. I was just like sweating oil like all day,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, what could be wrong with me? And I realized that day I had eaten 9 eggs, and I was like, oh, that's probably it.
Yeah.
It's probably because I've had 9 eggs.
Just hard boiled?
Yeah, no, well, a combination. I had breakfast, and then I had breakfast for lunch, and then in between I had 2 hard-boiled eggs. So I had 3,
okay.
or 3 hard-boiled eggs. So I had 3, 3, and 3, and
Triple egg.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
didn't
and
notice that you
when
were
my-
eating 9 eggs
yeah,
while you were
I truly
eating.
did not until I was feeling really bad, and my grandpa had a heart attack, and the
'Cause of
doctor
eggs?
said
Because you ate the
said he
eggs.
was it was because he was eating 3 eggs a day, and I ate 9.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
My,
you beat him. You beat your grandpa.
Yeah, you punk bitch.
Yeah.
He's okay though. He's fine now.
My father had nerve damage because he ate only egg whites for like a month.
Nerve damage.
Nerve damage, yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
There's not the right vitamins in egg whites.
Yeah.
It's just
It
like
can
pure
damage your
protein.
nerves
If you like are malnourished, yeah, which is basically what that is.
Wow.
Yeah, I looked up how long it takes 2 chickens a week each to make 9 eggs, and I just undid all that in 6
Destroyed
hours.
them, yeah. Have you ever gone to like a Brazilian steakhouse and they have like chicken hearts? Have you ever had chicken hearts?
No,
It's like a Brazilian food, and it's literally they bring out just a bowl of just like chicken heart, like a bowl full, and it's like each one of these is a chicken. They're like these
Yeah.
tiny little hearts, and there's like 20 of them in a bowl, and it's like
Damn.
Jesus Christ, it's the most death.
dude, we roll
That-
through chickens.
I got
dude.
chickens at home. That's making me think about.
You have chickens at
Do you
home?
actually
How are they
have
doing?
chickens?
I got like we have like
Do you
10
live on
chickens.
a farm?
I have a barn.
What?
So yeah, you live on a farm.
Well, it's not a farm.
Where
it's
else do you
just
put a barn?
I don't know. Well, it probably was a farm in like I guess it was a.
My house used to be.
Yeah,
a
it's a
farm.
really old house.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what New England's like. Everything
Yeah.
here's old.
Sorry. I'm from
the South, where they
United
have
Arab
all the-
Emirates, where everything's 10
Yeah.
years old at the most.
No, you're from the
Including
South, where every
my
old
wife.
house has slave stuff.
Whoa. You didn't have to take it there, man. No, my family was never... We're all new to the South, so
Oh, okay.
we can't be racist.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's true.
This
Yeah.
morning, me and Caleb walked by a record store, and there was this like old homeless guy who was walking by, and he like looked at us, and he pointed at the window of the record store, and he went, "They they have Metallica in the window. Fucking ridiculous, man. And walked
And then
away.
he just kept going.
Could not figure out what
and
he
he
meant
was
by
like,
that.
he seemed like mad though.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was like a positive or negative.
It was
thing.
clearly a negative to me.
Were you-
Like he
really?
was, yeah. I think he was upset that they had Metallica in the window
I just couldn't figure out why he would be upset about that.
Because they're the
That's-
devil.
because they should have been playing it on the fucking. He hates that. Like I said earlier, he hates that it's for sale. Somebody should have bought it by now.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want them to be confined in a physical format.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
They just have to exist in the ether.
We don't really have a list today, do we?
Yeah. You want to read the newspaper? You guys hear that tacos are out and soup is in?
Really?
Someone got paid like
That's-
$800 to write
Yeah, it was
that.
Abby Patkin who got paid to
Damn.
write that.
Let's-
Tacos
let-
out, soup
Let's see
in.
what's going on with this.
Oh, it's just that there's a taco restaurant that's closing and a soup restaurant that's opening in its place.
I thought this was going to be bigger news.
That's not evidence.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, you need to back it up.
Listen to this line I just spotted in this article.
Also, wait, it's soup restaurant.
Like a
Yeah.
soup kitchen?
Soup Shack
Oh,
carries a variety of Asian soups. That's,
All
yeah.
right.
okay.
Is that interesting?
No, but it answered
No.
my question, so I guess I got what I asked for.
The greatest lesson I ever learned, Walker said, is the Vorpal blade of self-mother effing care.
Dude, that's true.
What is the headline of
What
that
does
article?
Vorpal mean?
That's like from the Jabberwocky. Class of 2019
Never read it.
graduates.
Don't care.
That's what that article
It's just
is.
nonsense.
I don't
Nice.
care. Yeah,
It's
literally
Jabberwocky. I don't like
nonsense.
I can
made up
recite
words.
that from memory.
Do it then. Why do you?
'Twas Brillig and the Slithy
I thought he was
Toad
talking about the
did
dance crew.
Did Geyer and Gimble on the wave.
Jabberwockies?
All mimsy were the Borgos and the Momrath outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, with teeth that bite and claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird and shun the frumious Bander
He's making this up.
It sounds like UCB warm up
Yeah,
that they teach you in 201.
yeah. I don't want to keep going. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. So Aaron, bring some content. What do you got for us?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure,
yeah,
sure.
come on. I need you to tell me. I need you to talk to me.
I can talk about anything you want.
Okay. What do you want to talk about? You're my guest.
Oh, wow. How about the jewel thing that you have over there?
Oh, the jewel that me and Cameron split.
Yeah,
It's very romantic. I get
So what?
weekends.
It's a rectangle that you put in your mouth and
And it makes a cloud out
makes
of it.
it. And you can actually go for a while sitting
Yeah.
there without the smoke
I'll
coming
tell you,
out.
I did not. I was not able to do any sort of vape without coughing until yesterday. That's when it all switched for me.
Wow.
So that's pretty
Wow.
exciting news.
Can
End
you
of-
do the
yeah.
rings? Can anybody do the?
I think
I
I can
bet
do the
Patrick
rings.
End
can.
of the.
That's good audio
Let's
content.
do
That's a real. It's a real end of an
Oh wow!
era.
I just did the rings.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
God.
Look at the. I
that
just
one's a
did no-
triangle.
Damn!
Holy
I
cow!
did holographic Tupac with the smoke from the jewel. Maybe we should find a list.
Yeah.
How about this? How about top 10 weirdly disgusting and creepy facts about you?
Not me.
This is about Caleb. Number
not.
10. You keep farting on planes.
Yeah, I've done that.
Your
I've done a
body-
lot of crazy shit on planes.
Your body is a farting machine. Seriously, it's like you just can't stop tooting.
This is from Listverse.
Yeah, this is a random list first list. This sucks.
Oh, it's just like
Number 8. You want to have sex with yourself.
that's true. Isn't that the guy from like Vice who eats pizza for a living?
I don't
Eddie
know.
Matheson.
No. Maddie Matheson is. That's like looking like
Yeah.
into like a time machine for me.
Maddie
That
Matheson
sucks to
brings
see.
a real DIY punk rock attitude to the kitchen.
Yeah, finally a guy who makes mac and cheese that the Cro-Mags would eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where if you guys had a time machine, what would you do with it?
I was reading.
I'd go forward.
Have you guys read Time Machine by
Cool.
H.G. Wells?
No.
Maybe.
It's cool.
I can't remember.
It's some cool shit.
I
I'm
think
not
I
usually
saw-
into bullshit
Isn't
like
it
that.
like bicycle powered or something?
No, basically he goes. He accidentally goes. Not accidentally. He goes 800,000 years into the future, and
Yeah,
there's
okay.
there's a society that lives on like above, on like the crust of the earth. That is they're named like the Enoi, and then like
Ewoks, dude?
and then like a
Yeah.
monkey population that lives underneath the earth called like the Mandabrox or some shit, and the Mandabrox eat the Enois, and then he leaves, and then he goes back, and he has to make it back in time for dinner, which is like that's like every like story from the 1800s. Somebody has to like make it back to dinner.
I have
Yeah.
to go to supper now.
Have to go get supper.
Yeah.
I watched Primer the other day
That's a
for the
good
first
movie.
time. It was fun.
Yeah,
What's that guy's name?
Primer?
The
Primer.
Cameron.
the
Primer.
direct.
That's Cameron.
Director?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think isn't he just a science guy? Also,
Bill Nye.
He's not a director. He's
yeah,
a
I think, I
scientist
think
who
Bill
made a
Nye
he
movie.
only,
made
he only
it.
made one movie.
Is
He
that
only
true?
made Primer. Yeah.
Is that
Shane
really
Carruth.
true?
Let me check. I'm
Oh,
pretty
is
sure
that
he's
the one where
only
they
made-
can't tell if they're time traveling or not?
Sort of.
No, he made other movies. He made a few more movies.
Mm.
He made
something called The
Rosemary's
Girlfriend
Baby.
Experience.
Oh, I know about that.
That's a
show.
VR movie.
It's a TV series,
Yeah,
actually.
it's
Oh,
like
really?
a TV series about like a sex worker or some shit.
He
okay.
acted in Swiss Army Man.
It's actually a cameo. It says.
Okay,
Hmm.
it's still acting, dude.
Yeah, I want to make a movie.
Yeah, let's make
Yeah, it's a
let's
good
make
idea.
Primer 2.
When I was a kid, I had a genius movie idea, and I started writing the script for it. This is going to blow your fucking mind.
All right, let's hear it.
It was speaking of time travel. It was a guy who invents a time machine, right? And he goes 50,000 years into the future, and like there's nothing around. Everything's super fucked up, right? And he's like, "Oh well, 50,000 years. That that makes sense." And he starts going back in time, like 10,000 years at a time, and it's
Yeah.
still fucked up.
Oh, shit.
Right? And then he goes. He's only 5 years ahead of his time, and there's
Damn.
like nothing around him. He's like, "Damn, dude." I'm gonna buy a Maserati and just fucking ball out because it's about to be really bad. Yeah, and then it's just like about him, just like he's just like taking loans out and having sex with people.
That was
'Cause-
cool.
Wait,
until
you
the
wrote
end.
this? You
What?
wrote this when you were like 5? Or
I didn't
something?
write. No,
You're
yeah, I was 5
5.
years old. No, I just like wrote the idea and then
Guy
tried to
writes-
write
guy
it. I
buys
like
cool
wrote an
car.
outline for it in like 8th grade or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never followed through on anything. So.
I wrote
It's a good idea.
a time travel thing where a guy realizes
Also, just so
that
the end is the cool part. The part where he's
No.
Yeah, he lives like he. Have you guys ever seen Blank Check? The
No.
movie about the kid who gets the blank check and he's just like
Oh,
racing
yeah.
go-karts. It was basically that. I think I'd just seen that movie.
And then you put
I
a
was-
time travel
What if- yeah, what if
aspect
I
in
put-
it?
Yeah, I made it like
Time travel on this.
yeah, like this very cerebral time travel idea, and then I just tacked on just like a guy winning the lottery, basically.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wrote a time travel thing about where a guy his dad builds a time machine and stuff, and at the end he realizes his dad was just him from the future the whole time,
Damn.
his whole life.
When I was like 9.
Pretty cool, right?
I was 9. My brother and I tried to write Star Wars 7.
Nice. What was the? what
It
the
was
plot?
loosely based. No, it was just.
Is there a lot of Jar Jar?
No, it was based off of all the expanded universe books.
Damn, that
So we
sucks.
just tried to like write.
I read one
the
of the
books.
Jedi Academy books.
Hmm.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It's like I used to read the Halo books, and it's all just about like Master Chief, just like at the like Halo training camp, and just
Are
like
they,
slaying pussy.
are they visual, graphic?
No,
novel?
they are books,
they're
and they're
books,
like
right?
paperback books.
Like novelization.
Yeah, they look
Yeah,
like
they only
yeah.
sold at GameStop and Target.
I bought them at like this used bookstore in my old neighborhood growing up. They were really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
novelizations are the funniest kind of book for sure.
Yeah.
Especially Halo. 'Cause
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want to
They should make Call of
Read
Duty.
Because I'm curious, dude. I want to
novelizations.
know where the Covenant came from.
space?
That's I didn't need to.
The
If
whole
I had
book
had you,
just
I wouldn't
says
have read the
space.
book.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just like that they like showed it because he was like a genetically engineered person, Master Chief.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just like talk about how everybody there is like is beautiful, and that's mostly what I liked.
Isn't everybody genetically engineered?
Yeah, everybody there is like they're all 8 feet tall, and like I think Master Chief is like 7'6".
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's very tall.
It's like, dude, why are you a soldier? You should be playing basketball.
It's so true.
You know.
Top 10 famous people who killed someone and got a slap on the wrist.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's just guess.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Matthew
I knew the
Broderick
first
is
one.
the first
Who
one, but
else
all right,
are-
Matthew Broderick, OJ,
Christopher
Casey
Walken.
Anthony,
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Central Park
Oh,
Five.
yeah.
Wait, what's the
Christopher Walken.
what's the list
Didn't
again?
Christopher Walken?
No,
top
he
10
was
famous
he
people
was
who killed
there.
someone and
He
got
was
a slap on
there
the
when this
wrist.
Matthew
guy's
Broderick.
wife
Yeah,
fell
for
off
sure.
of a boat.
Fell off.
Yeah.
I did
yeah,
air quotes.
yeah.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. There's one,
Jim
but he didn't even
Carrey.
get a slap on the
Jim
wrist, really.
Carrey.
Yeah. Who else?
Oh, Jennifer Grey was in the car with Matthew
Ariana
Broderick. I don't know if
Grande.
that counts.
What's the name of the guy whose son fell out the window?
Eric Clapton?
Eric Clapton. That's
Yeah, he
an easy
pushed
one.
his son out the
yeah,
window.
he
There-
got fed up.
There are people who are famous for killing people.
Yeah.
Who? Name one person.
Yeah, who do you mean?
The serial killer,
Which serial killer?
It's like
the
murder.
one with the one that has the wears the victims.
Edgein.
I think so.
How do you pronounce that? Gain.
Yeah,
Gein?
I think it's Geen.
Yeah. Leatherface, dude. Jason Voorhees.
Dude.
Mike Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he married an axe murderer.
Is that true?
Matthew. Number 10
It's
is
a
Matthew
movie.
Broderick. That's what we guessed. Rebecca Gayheart. Who's that?
I don't know.
Her
That's
fine.
a good name.
Yeah,
She
she was
was in-
punished by having that last name.
Yeah.
Her name used to be
court
Rebecca
ordered.
Jones, and they were like, "You are now Gayheart." Just
said
because you have
that,
to, you must, like Cain, you must walk the earth all of your days as Gayheart.
She ran over a 9-year-old boy.
Damn.
And she got probation, $2,800 fine, and 750 hours of community service.
Imagine having your son killed by an actress and then just getting a check for $2,800. Like, sick, I can buy a used Ford Focus. This is,
Oh my God.
yeah, this is a wash.
Damn, this is
insane.
cool.
Marvin Gaye Sr.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do?
Marvin Gaye Sr. killed Marvin Gaye Jr.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can
It's
you
so funny
believe
that-
it? Can you believe it? People die.
Marvin
It's
Gaye
terrible.
Sr. pleaded no contest to manslaughter charges and didn't show a lot of remorse. When the police asked him if he loved his son, Gaye Sr. just said, "Let's say I didn't dislike him."
Damn.
Yeah.
When
Wait,
did you
how did he
find
kill
out
him?
you were going to die?
I don't know.
Do you have a memory of?
I don't think I've figured it out yet. Yeah, I don't have it. Do you guys have a memory of realizing that you're going to die? I feel like I can't
I
pinpoint
feel like
it.
I did.
Can you-
Probably.
I remember
No.
the time in my
don't
life.
remember?
I don't
I was like
remember.
way too old.
Yeah.
Because I grew up very religious, so I just was able to sort of like keep that
Oh.
out of my brain for a long time until someone told me. The way that I found out God wasn't real was someone told me that the tooth fairy wasn't real, and then I just
Yeah.
like extrapolated
That's
from
I think
that.
I think a
I was
lot
like,
of people.
oh, any person that someone has told me about that I haven't seen is not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I did the same with Santa
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
my mom told me that Santa wasn't real.
The worst part is like if you
Age
ask, you're like
15.
Yeah,
how is he
no,
not
it was
real?
last year.
If you have religious parents and you're like how is Santa not real? And they're like because it's impossible to fly around
Yeah,
the world
yeah,
in one
Right.
night. It's like
Like,
oh
wait a
shit, so like
second.
everything cool is impossible.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, you're telling me Superman
you tell
isn't
me
real?
Transformers aren't real? I can't have sex with one of the Transformers when I get old.
I think my mom tried to ease me into not knowing that Santa wasn't real because one year she told us like, yeah, Santa only gives you 3 presents and I buy you all the rest. I was like,
Yeah, I
oh wow, what the
remember.
like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
most poor person way
For
Yeah.
sure.
to tell.
Every year the number goes up. By one.
Yeah.
This year Santa only got you 1 present, and then the next one he gets you half a present.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
It's
weren't
a-
ready.
Yeah, we did. I grew up in a one present household.
Mhm.
Every Christmas, one present and one main present, and then like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was usually like a book.
That's why you're so smart, dude.
That's how I got so smart was by reading the Magic Tree House.
Yeah.
I read every single one of those books. I read up to like the 50th book, and I just fucking. That's why I love history, man. That's why I'm such a history buff. Aaron, ask me one question about history.
Who was there 50 years ago?
Who was there 50 years ago?
Who was there?
I don't
50
think they
years
covered that in Magic Tree House. I love having sleep deprived Aaron fucking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No, it's perfect.
really-
Number 7's Ted Kennedy.
That's Chappaquiddick.
Yeah.
That's like the whole plot of that movie.
Yeah, it's
I
they
don't-
based,
I don't-
they
I mean,
based
I know
his life
nothing
off
about
of
that
Way
that
to
situation.
spoil that ending.
Number
Yeah.
6, Dante Stallworth.
Who-
NFL
what did he
wide
do?
receiver. NFL wide receiver Dante Stallworth once got drunk and ran over a man with his car in Miami.
It's all car
He was-
related.
Yeah, it's because every
it's the
famous
easiest way to
person
kill
drunk
somebody.
drives and purposely tries to hit people with their car.
Yeah.
It's a contest to see how short they can go to jail.
It started with Matthew Broderick, and then
Yeah, he was the first one
then
to
it
ever
ended
kill
with,
someone
yeah, with a car.
with a car. William S. Burroughs.
He killed a
he killed
kid
his
that
wife.
he had sex with.
He killed
Oh
his
yeah,
wife.
yeah. That's what Naked Lunch is all about.
Yeah,
Naked lunch.
yeah.
Am I
That
invited?
sounds-
So you're not
Yeah.
you're not a freaking intellectual. You don't
I
know
don't
about
give a-
Naked Lunch.
I
I've
don't
heard
know anything
I've heard
about
those
that.
words before.
Yeah, David Cronin. No,
Yeah, it's
David
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg. Yeah, made a movie.
Yeah,
out
there's
of it.
a bug with an asshole on it in
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Bugs not generally have.
No, it's just
I
like a
don't think
beetle
they
with
do.
a big asshole.
Did you know there's
Their
an
assholes
animal?
are on the outside, like
Yeah.
their skeletons.
There's a type of jellyfish they discovered that creates its anus when it needs to poop, and then when it's done, its anus
Oh, wow.
disappears.
Jellyfishes are sick.
Yeah. I wish I
Craziest-
could do that.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish, smash jellyfish.
No. No.
Laura Bush.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did she do?
She killed one of her friends when she was
Oh.
17.
How?
She was
Lucky.
driving to a movie theater and
Oh.
apparently was in a hurry. She was driving well over the speed limit, went through a stop sign, and plowed right into a classmate's car.
Damn.
Damn, the other person died in the accident.
Damn.
No charges filed against her.
It's because
That's
she
insane.
was married to the president at
Yeah,
the time.
at 17.
Yeah.
The only thing I know
Um,
about Laura Bush is that she's like famous for wearing a cone bra. That's like the only thing I ever learned about her is that she had pointy breasts.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's all I have to add to this one. So I just figured I'd do it.
Who's Brandy?
Brandy.
Pop
she's
singer
a singer.
Brandy.
Yeah.
Caused a massive pile up on a Los Angeles freeway and ended someone's life.
No.
Damn, that's cool.
She killed
Awatef.
Awatef Abu Dihaj.
Oh, I wonder why she just got a slap on the wrist.
She paid $600,000 to the Abu Dihaj family to
wow.
get them to drop their case.
At what point do you just like
The
oh
whole,
my God,
holy
fuck it.
shit! Wait, the whole experience did completely change my life. Brandy said about it later, and I can say that I think I'm a better person from it.
Wow.
Okay, wait. So the number one is Vince Neil.
What? That is not a slap on the wrist.
Also,
Yeah.
how do you?
6
How the
million?
fuck do you make this list with no Casey Anthony and no OJ?
I think it
Well,
said
because
something at the
Casey
beginning.
Anthony wasn't famous before she killed her baby.
Oh, it's just famous people.
Well,
Yeah.
And also, are any of these murder?
Yeah, I guess they're not. And
most of
also,
them are
I think
manslaughter.
also
Maybe-
all of them are like they've been found guilty, which I guess OJ.
Well,
and Casey
Marvin Gaye
Anthony.
Sr. was definitely.
Yeah, he like shot
he
at
shot
Marvin.
him 3 times in the
Yeah.
chest.
No, it's manslaughter. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Well, I mean, all murder is manslaughter if you think about
cool.
it. Yeah.
If you think about it.
The
you
William S.
slaughter
Burroughs
you
one is so
logic it
funny,
through.
dude.
Yeah.
He,
You got to use logic and reason to figure these things out.
well, in Mexico in 1951, author William S. Burroughs killed his 28-year-old wife, Joan. The two were at a party drinking heavily when Burroughs announced, "It's time for our William Tell act." His
Oh, yeah.
giggling wife put a shot glass on her head, and Burroughs told a crowd to gather and watch. He was going to shoot the glass off her head. Reportedly, Burroughs was a great shot when he was sober. Drunk out of his mind, though, he was a bit clumsier. He missed the glass and shot his wife in the face while a
Oh,
group of their
no.
friends watched.
Imagine being like the friends in that group and just being like, "Oh yeah, fucking, this is normal."
We still hang out with him.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Still,
do you guys
know.
think Elliot Smith's wife killed him?
I don't know.
I don't know enough.
He was. They got into an argument. Supposedly, the story is they got into an argument. She locked herself in the bathroom, and while she was in the bathroom, he took a kitchen knife and stabbed himself in the heart multiple times.
Wow.
So I just feel like,
Multiple times.
yeah, like
Yeah.
one. There's 2 scenarios. One, she killed him, or 2, that's just like he
That's
just killed
awesome.
himself in the coolest way.
Yeah,
You get-
yeah.
Like, how mad do you have to be at somebody where you get into an argument with them and you stab yourself in the heart multiple times? Like, I'd give up after. Like, one's
Yeah.
gonna be enough.
Yeah, I'd
He just
go
kept
knock on the
going.
bathroom door and be like,
Well, and also he
Guess what I just did?
left
Yeah.
a note that was like, "This is your fault," basically.
damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
10
Damn.
crazy facts
I wanna
about
do that to
urine that
somebody.
will make you squirm.
All right, here we go. Here's a
We're-
list.
Urine is hardly something you'd call interesting or useful, other than for expelling waste from the body. There's obviously nothing interesting about it. Or is there? In this list, we will be exploring 10 facts about urine, some wonderful and some plain odd. We will be traveling through the past, present, and future to discover what makes this bodily excrement so special.
So this is like a magic school bus list.
we have a time travel theme
Yeah.
today. The main ingredient in urine is used to flavor cigarettes.
That's
That can't be true.
That's
I don't buy it. You can clean stuff with it.
With urine?
Yeah.
With urine?
Yeah.
Do you just pee
I
on
dare
your...
you.
You think you mix it with lye?
Oh, yeah. Is it because it has like
okay.
ammonia in it, right?
I think so.
Doesn't urine have ammonia?
mine doesn't.
Mine's apple juice.
Mine's
Yeah.
completely clear.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Damn, cigarettes. Number 9, swim in the sea or swim in the pee?
You tell,
That's the
I mean,
fact
tell me
about urine.
list.
I like this guy.
We can't. You can't just point at pictures. Urine was one. There's a picture of a guy drinking pee on this list.
Nice. Why does he have a bib on?
Number 7,
He
urinating
doesn't
kills.
pee on his shirt. He wants it in his mouth.
Number
Oh, okay.
7, urinating kills 225 Canadian men each year.
Okay, explain.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about? How do you guys think?
It's people peeing on railroad tracks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
it could be it.
Could be that, or it could be just like.
They're urinating over the
Canadian
side of the
pee.
boat while fishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a problem that there's even a web page specifically intended to warn men about drowning while urinating over the side of the boat, but they don't link to it. So
Yeah.
How
how are you supposed to?
How am I supposed to
avoid-
find that web page? I'm gonna 1 second. I'm gonna Google this web page specifically intended.
Look up peepage.com.
Doctors warn of dangers in new peegasm trend. New York Post.
Okay.
We've all been there. That's the first sentence of this.
That's true.
We've all had a peegasm.
What does
the
that
hell is a
mean?
peegasm? A
I know what this
peegasm
is.
is
Yeah.
the intense feeling of relief you get after holding your pee for as long as possible and then finally going to the toilet.
That.
No, whenever
Feels
that
awful.
happens to me, I just don't go.
Yeah.
You just don't go pee ever?
Yeah,
He just sucks it back up, turns it back into blood.
that's right.
Back into
Yeah.
the blood?
Yeah.
That's
what
where
it
white
does.
blood cells come from.
Yeah.
I have yellow blood cells that
From
are
this
pee, 'cause I
pee
have
that's
pee
in my blood.
Yeah.
Cut me open. It's all yellow.
Yeah, I
So
bleed.
the Coldplay song's
I
about.
bleed yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Thin
pee.
yellow line, baby. Tow truck drivers' lives matter.
That's true. Yeah. What else we got on here?
I don't know. Somebody
10
else.
crazy
do the
facts
computer.
about urine. Rats use urine to mark food as edible.
They pee on the food that's edible.
Me too.
Yeah, I feel like you just like if you already know it's edible, why do you have to pee on
Why
it?
not just eat
Yeah.
it?
Just go ahead and eat the
Yeah,
food,
that's-
I
rats.
just gotta
strange.
pee on this first.
Damn, rats are gonna feel real stupid when they hear me
Yeah.
own them right then.
Oh man, no
The
wonder.
rats
No wonder they don't
listening.
want him in the kitchen.
Number 5, urine can be used to
It's
whiten
Patton
teeth.
Oswalt's.
Oh, that's why your teeth are so white, Patrick.
Mhm.
That's why you have glowing white teeth.
Have you guys ever
From pee-pee.
'Cause you've
got
been
used
peeing in your
pee
mouth.
on your teeth?
No, I've never
No.
done that.
Why not?
You ever used a whitening strip?
No,
No.
Have you
Sure
ever
is
used a
not good
breathe
for you.
right strip?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Really?
use product
Yeah, I have
on
a
my
few
teeth.
at home.
You don't use any product? No toothpaste?
Oh, I do use that product, and also the.
Got him.
And also
Damn.
floss?
I've been trying to floss more.
Yeah?
Yeah, I need to floss more too.
I don't ever floss.
I'm talking about the dance,
Mm.
the floss dance. You know that one?
No. Oh, is
The
that the
one-
one where your hands move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just the floss.
yeah.
That's the only one.
Right.
Mm.
Why is it called that?
The
'cause you're
floss? Because you're flossing your penis.
Your penis.
Oh, okay.
You're,
Just get
you're
a-
getting
Oh, is
in
that what
between
it is?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
floss your penis with an imaginary string. Or it's real if you, want.
You can practice with a real string on your penis.
An advanced move is to use no string.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how
Yeah.
they have that bar in the mirror at the ballet studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bar, it's Barre. What else we got in the newspaper? Let's do a list of Aaron's top 5 movies.
Oh, top 5 movies.
Yeah.
That I like.
That you hate.
No.
Your top
no,
five.
no, no, just top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 dead or alive.
Dead or alive. I like the David Lynch movies.
All of them?
That's all 5.
That's my 5.
Okay.
That's my top 5.
All of the. Which here? Oh, here's a list in the newspaper.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Five.
I'm back in.
Okay.
5 things to do this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1, take a musical trip. Rick Steves' Europe, subtitled A Symphonic Journey with the Boston Pops, will be conducted by Giacomo Barros as travel
I'm
guru
out.
Steves.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
What is
I'm
this?
out
Is this
also.
the newspaper for this week?
I don't know.
When was this published?
That's the
Ukulele
ugliest-
master Jake Shimabukuro is at Lexington's Cary Hall June 19th. You guys want to go to this ukulele master concert?
Damn, a master ukulelist.
Yeah.
They have professional whistlers.
They have what?
That's not
Professional
real.
whistlers?
No way.
Yeah, they play. They whistle with classical
Technique.
musicians.
Oh, really?
They have. I've seen the guy in a tuxedo whistling, and he has an orchestra backing him up.
Really?
He's
Is he
whistling.
really good at whistling?
Yeah, he's very good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
Oh,
Can he do
shit.
like Flight of the Bumblebee?
Probably.
He just
Hey,
does the
Caleb,
Sanford and Son.
There's an
theme
ad
song.
in here that says money for men's wristwatches. You can give them your
Whoa.
broken watch.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I might.
It's a good scam.
Let's just do the Sudoku.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, just take her down.
Um,
Any good ads? Let's
I'm
go to the
looking.
classified.
I know. I was trying to find it. I don't know where it is.
Classifieds are over here somewhere. Where did you get this newspaper?
It was on Anna's doorstep. It's Anna's newspaper. I always take her newspaper and do the
Brookline
crossword.
tab.
Brookline police incidents. Wait, yeah,
Here
yeah.
we go.
This is what I'm
might
talking
be pretty
about.
good.
Police requested on Parkman Street at 9:03 a.m. A caller reported that a landscaper aggressively objected to the caller taking photos of the landscaper using a gas-powered leaf blower and responded by blowing debris at the car.
That's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
That'd be fun to watch.
Imagine calling the cops for just like a
Yeah.
just a guy.
A guy yelled at me for taking a picture of him.
Damn. Have you guys ever called the cops?
Yeah, one time an old lady was locked outside her house and she asked me to call the cops for her and I had to do it.
Nice.
And it was like so and the,
You're
like
a hero, dude.
and
Yeah.
well
And
like
they
and the
killed
cops
that
like
old
kept
lady.
asking like
They just show up,
the
shoot
cops
her
were
in
like,
the
okay,
head,
like what's
and leave.
what's this lady's name? And I kept trying to ask the lady, and she was just like ignoring me and being senile. And I was like, oh my god, this is the worst day of my life.
Damn.
Damn.
It was so
I had to call
awkward.
I had to call the cops on the highway once
Yeah.
because this dude was driving I think it was like a 2003 Ford Windstar, and there's just a flames under the car. I think like the engine caught fire or something, but he was still driving like he didn't know.
Damn.
And we kept trying to like flag him down and pull him over, but like
He thought you were racing him.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And then I don't remember
Friday,
exactly
June
what else
7th.
happened.
Citizen assisted
You
on
ever called the
Longwood
cops,
Avenue.
Aaron?
No, I've never called the cop.
Hell yeah,
Good, we
dude.
got an ally.
Me neither.
At 9:35 a.m., a party reported their neighbor put dog feces on their door handles. That's the whole thing.
Damn.
That's a police. Yeah.
I can't wait
Hello,
to own
police.
property
Hello,
and just get into
911.
neighbor drama.
My
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 neighbor put
door
dog
has
feces.
poo poo on
It
it.
must
Dude.
have been my neighbor, and it must.
I'm gonna be
Wait,
a
let me
shitty
1 second. Let me
neighbor.
taste
I'm gonna
it.
be really
Yep, it's
bad
dog
at it.
feces.
Damn.
Bat call on Thorndike Street at 10:37 p.m. A caller stated that they found a dead bat in their apartment.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, here's arrests.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
Yi Yun Dong.
Patrick Doran, Peeping Tom.
Yeah,
Wait, you get in the newspaper if you get arrested? Is that what happens?
I guess.
You get one for free.
Yeah.
That's
It's like you have to pay for the articles on the New York Times website.
Yeah. Unless
After
you've been
you read-
arrested.
Yeah.
unless you've been arrested.
Yeah.
You get
then
one
get
more
past the
free
paywall.
article.
Right.
Yeah. Is there any way to get around that? I'm trying to read the New York
they
Times.
used to. You used to just be able to go into the incognito browser, but now there's a feature that says like, "Oh, we see you've gone incognito."
I'm missing out on Barry Weiss articles every
Yeah.
fucking week, and it's driving me insane.
Mm.
Boomers and Beyond.
Yeah, what is this? Boomers and it's at the Senior Center. Events at the Senior Center.
Oh, okay.
Brookline High School chess club students will be at the Senior Center each Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Those interested can drop in for a lesson or a game. You guys want to go? High school, huh? I think you turned your mic off, Aaron.
Hey.
Okay.
It's
So,
been off the whole time.
No, it just turned off. I could
Okay.
hear it.
isn't it a little
Good catch.
strange that seniors are old, but high school seniors are young?
Whoa.
Damn. They both wear diapers, though.
That's true. The good ones.
Yeah.
And do you have any other like cool facts?
Any other interesting
Any true facts for
true
us?
facts?
Yeah. What's like the last fact you learned?
Oh,
Oh.
we should do
What's
some
the last
Bond Guard
crack.com
puzzles.
article you read?
I've never read a crack.com article.
Boy,
but
do I have some
Never?
fucking awesome articles to show you about how Einstein secretly had HPV. You're going to
Really?
love this, yeah. Yeah. Top 10
That's
STDs
interesting.
Albert Einstein had. It's a great cracked article. Shelby Farrell wrote it. It's not true.
Where are the classifieds?
Where
I
the
don't think they
classified-
have classifieds.
No, they
in there
have them. I
anymore.
saw
In
it.
the
There was
Brookline
a
tab?
table. There was a table of contents, and it said classifieds.
Mm.
I remember seeing that. You guys keep talking.
It's a
or
real
something?
mystery.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys bought something on Craigslist?
I've never done
New alternative to adult diapers and catheters sets men free.
Excuse me, we're talking about Craigslist. Can you
Death
fucking...
of diapers?
I think.
Okay.
Will
I
this
think
urinary breakthrough sink the $7 billion adult diaper industry?
Just a clamp you put on your dick. It's a clamp and a piece of cork you put up your ass. Diapers,
No more.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
A
We can
grand
just go to Ace Hardware.
a grand experiment.
Close it up.
Curious Sam T in Tucson wanted to see how many liquid Men's Liberty would hold.
How many liquid?
Just peeing his pants.
I'm doing an experiment, Mom.
A grand experiment.
I'm doing...
To his surprise, these held a whopping 2 cups of liquid.
This is what Nikola Tesla did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why no one took him seriously. He was
I
just
thought
pissing
to
his
myself,
pants all the time.
yeah, if I had
Did
2
he-
cups of urine
But then he
sloshing around
invented
my crotch,
Wi-Fi.
I wouldn't be smiling, and I would sure be walking funny.
When was the last time you peed or shit yourself?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember. I have a terrible memory.
I used to shit myself basically every 6 months like clockwork.
I almost shit myself at Neil's Lake House.
Really?
Yeah, remember?
Oh, I
we were-
remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I made everyone leave the bathroom.
Yeah, so you could
Weird.
shit your pants.
Yeah, it felt like I did shit, but
You
it's
shit
just
your
kinda
pants and you flushed them down the toilet.
yeah,
Yeah. It was cool.
it's a fun night.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to shit myself. Yeah, I would drink a cup of coffee in the morning and just shit myself almost immediately. And now I do that, but I just know exactly when I have to be
yourself
sitting. I
immediately.
still shit myself, but I have to be like, I know when I have to be on the toilet. So basically, like 20 minutes after I have my first cup of coffee, whether or not I feel like I have to shit, I go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet and just wait it out.
happens.
Yeah,
With your pants on, though.
yeah. I
Yeah,
put
you
my
forget
pants
to
on.
take 'em off every
That's
time.
true. Yeah.
Man, I hate when I sit down on the toilet, but I forget to take my pants
What are you
off.
expecting to find in the classifieds?
A job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what?
I thought you meant
gig.
I thought you meant like the personals. I don't know.
I need to come up with a new invention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a
that was
minute.
why we're gonna save this episode.
Invention.
All right, let's do some. Let's brainstorm some inventions.
Inventing
What's
things.
let's do the let's
Yeah.
let's look
Let's
up
get,
the scientific method. What's the
Scientific
what's
method.
the invention method? What's there's like steps to come up with like it's like first
What
like
you do-
identify a problem.
You have to take something that already exists and then change around it a little bit. Just alter
Okay.
something
Okay,
So
here we go.
slightly.
what is our baseline? What are we starting with?
You start with a chair.
Okay, so let's
Always.
move from a chair. So what if instead of having a chair with 4 legs, it was just one big leg, and it just like sat on one big
okay, a
leg?
stool,
Yeah, it's already been
a
done.
thick
What?
stool, like one of those bar stools.
It's
Bar
Like
stool
it's just like a
sports.
big log instead of like a
Yeah,
a
I just
tiny
invented a
thing.
log.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
You
put
invented
a
a
back
log.
on it though,
Yeah, now we're working with something.
Okay, what about like a
and
log
it-
with a
And if you-
cushion?
and it can fly.
No,
What about a
that's-
chair
why would
with
you need
no
a fucking
legs at
log?
all?
It needs to be something that like.
What
Think
about a
about
chair
all
with
the
five
inventions
legs?
from this podcast. Every one of them at least has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So if we're making the chair better, we
Yeah,
need
the
to say
shirt
like
lock.
so like when you're sitting,
Yeah,
the,
the
shirt
cloaca
lock does have a
cube.
purpose.
Have you heard of the shirt lock, Aaron?
Is that the one where you suck the air out of your shirt?
No, this is an invention.
No,
Caleb
that's a
made.
new invention.
That's
that I've
better.
been,
What are we
you
talking
tipped it.
about?
I think then.
A shirt lock
Caleb
is
makes
a
inventions a lot.
Oh yeah.
a shirt lock is. Now I just feel silly.
Say the shirt lock. Explain the shirt lock.
I feel like this is the third time. Okay. So you're wearing a shirt, right?
I am wearing a shirt.
Okay, now if I wanted to, with brute force, I could take your shirt off. I want you to know that.
Okay,
I don't
you-
want
you
you
could
to
do-
feel like embarrassed about that, but I want you to be aware that I could.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You know why?
Nobody's disputing.
Shirt's unlocked.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
my
so
shirt's
what you would do
unlocked.
is you put
That's right.
like a combination lock in the middle, like sort of like Iron Man in the middle of
Yeah.
your chest. You'd set a combination. Like for me, it would be like 3906. That's
Yeah.
like my combo for everything, and you could lock it, and then I wouldn't be able to take off your shirt. It would basically lock every opening. It'd close it up.
That's pretty good.
WikiHow.
Everybody
like-
knows your combo now. You have to change it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said
Yeah,
that.
people are gonna run up to you on the street and unlock your shirt.
You know,
It's my
a lock is
RuneScape.
useless if people know the combo.
That's not true. They still have to put it in.
Yeah.
Man, we got a
Yeah, I'm-
squeaky body.
That's just
That's
my
not the
ass.
chair. That's just Patrick's body.
Yeah.
Here, we can run through the steps on WikiHow of how to invent a product.
Okay.
This is how I'll make a new invention.
Yeah.
Part 1, imagining your product. So let's imagine a product.
Okay,
So
baby
about like
powder, but it's for adults. And
Okay,
it's just
cool.
called
Guy
powder.
powder.
Yeah, guy powder.
All right.
Yeah, and it's
Let's
for
imagine
guys.
everybody
Nice.
close your eyes and imagine guy powder.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm doing it.
What does it look
I'm
like to you?
imagining it.
It's white.
It is
powder.
white. It is white.
It's still-
yes.
It's really thick powder though.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
Mine
You
is
can put
mine
it-
is not thick.
Oh really?
No.
You have a thin powder.
Thin powder in a pile, triangular pile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A perfect pyramid of powder.
Okay. Two.
not quite
Decide on
perfect,
an
no.
idea. I think we already.
What
did
did
that.
decide
Guy
on an
powder.
idea?
Number 3, research your invention. No, we're skipping that step.
You've
This
already
is
done
Too
that.
difficult.
Part 2, patenting your invention. Create a
Oh.
thorough record of your invention. All right,
Okay.
I've done it. It's that we're recording
Yeah, this
That's
is documentation of the
2,
invention.
consider hiring a patent attorney.
Aaron, aren't you a patent attorney?
No, I'm a insurance agent.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
a licensed insurance agent.
damn.
That's close
gosh.
enough, I feel like.
Yeah, that works. Part 3, get a provisional patent application. This is so... No, I don't file for a patent. Okay, here we go. Making your invention a reality. This is what we want to do.
Okay.
Create a prototype. All
Guy
right,
powder prototype.
let's go. Okay.
What is it
Patrick,
made? What is it? We need to think about what it's made out of.
It's got to be something that's different from
What is
baby
it?
powder.
Well, but what's
Arm
what's
hairs.
different is
So
that you don't
I
feel
think-
like you're like when I use baby powder, I'm like
I feel like
I'm
a baby.
Yeah, I'm over 18.
But here's because it's the smell. I feel like the smell is the one thing in baby powder that does.
so here's what we do.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
just
So-
buy a ton of fucking Gold Bond and then just spray like 4 cans of Axe.
Yeah, that was
Into the
exactly
bottle.
what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
we could use Tag body spray if you
We
remember
could.
Tag.
Or we could use Bod.
the body spray endorsed by Rob Dyrdek. They had a Rob Dyrdek scent.
That's cool.
I
What
feel
does
like
it smell
that's
like?
for guys automatically.
What would the Rob Dyrdek scent smell like?
I had it.
yeah?
It didn't smell
I
good.
feel like it smells like synthetic marijuana.
it smells like K2 spice.
the
Has
questions
anyone here
and
ever done
answers.
K2?
No, I was
I
so
have.
scared of my like brain being destroyed. by
I
it.
destroyed my brain. I smoked K2 on Valentine's Day 2012.
Oh wow.
And I smoked it because
Does it feel anything like smoking weed?
no, so I was already high when I smoked it because I was hanging out with these 2 kids, and then we ended up walking to someone's house.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, you want to smoke?" And we were like, "Yeah, we already did, but if you're doing this for free." And they were like, "Oh, by the way, this is K2.
After you
I'm
had
on
smoked it?
probation." And they had it in a little pill bottle.
Damn.
And I was 15, so I smoked
yeah.
it, and it fucked me up so bad that they knew I was fucked up that they ended up selling me a pack of ramen for $2. Like I was like, damn, I'm real hungry. I want to head to because
That's a huge margin.
There was like a convenience store down the street, and the kid
Yeah.
was like, no, don't go there. I'll take you back to my house. I'll get you snacks. And then he ended up selling me he opened up a pack of ramen, poured the seasoning in, and just like shook it around, and then handed it to me and was like, yeah, there you go.
$2.
I was like, for $2.
Whoa.
And I-
This was back when $2 was a lot of money.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my lunch money
That was
for the
back
day
when
that I
$2
saved.
was $100.
So I could buy a bag
What-
of Humpty Dumpty all-dressed chips.
How did it affect you afterwards?
I couldn't go to school the next day.
Really?
Yeah, I remember going home and then sleeping for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then my parents woke me up for school, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling good for some reason."
Did you freak
What is it
out
made
about
out
your
of?
brain?
No,
Two
it's
Ks.
like
Is it made out of pink slime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
From
Taco
the
Bell
chicken-
meat.
Yeah, the McNugget
but powder.
pink slime.
Mm. I just remember I was at my friend's house, and then my dad picked me up, and then I went to bed, and that's all I remember after.
That's all you remember after.
Yeah,
You
that's all I remember
So-
after.
so now
smoking
we're
the
here.
weed, too.
Now
Yeah.
we're
He
here.
doesn't remember. He hasn't created a new
I
memory.
haven't had a thought since.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I was
never-
always scared of that
never
shit. The
touching
other
that.
scary one was 2,5-I. Was that big up here?
No.
That was like the research chemical that was like cheaper LSD.
Yeah,
Do you
right.
remember when Jack was talking about that research? His friends were doing some research chemical that like
Yeah,
only,
yeah,
that, like, they
yeah.
were obsessed with this research chemical that they discovered that only like
Yeah, that's-
12 people had ever done before. They were like
You're
doing
being
it,
a
like,
pioneer.
weekly.
You're being a pioneer.
Yeah,
It's
I
noble.
know one person who just did 2,5-I until he just like he used to be a normal guy. Like I used to go over to
Oh,
his place
no.
and drink like Mike's Hards.
Nice.
And then he just ended up living with like 35-year-olds, and he just lived like in a tent in the backyard. It's like, man, you got fucked up off that 2,5-I, bro.
255
Yeah.
sounds so cool though.
And he was like a person with a pet rat, but who didn't have who wasn't like a girl with colorful hair. You
Yeah.
know, just like a straight dude with a pet rat. Bad
That's kinda
news.
cool, though.
That's bad news.
That's bad news?
Yeah, you don't want it with that guy.
Pet snake I can deal with, but pet rat.
Pet
you're-
snake, yeah.
you're
Unless you
keeping the
get
snake's
you get
food.
whatever that yellow snake is.
Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
every man who has a pet snake fucks the snake.
Mhm. Unless
I don't
it's a
think
corn
snakes
snake,
let
it's
you
too
do
small.
that, man. They're famously mean.
Yeah.
Well, they do it anyway. They figure it out.
They create a
If
contraption.
you own a snake, there's only one reason: it's to have sex with a snake.
I think that might have been before the K2. I think that might have been the last time I smoked weed and didn't have an allergic reaction.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have an
K2
allergic
allergy.
reaction to K2?
I don't know.
The
I
allergic
think
reaction was that you couldn't go to school the next
yeah,
day.
but like I don't know. It's just like I feel like I developed a weed allergy later in life.
I'm
Yeah,
still
you
not
can get
convinced
allergies
that you
later.
have
Yeah.
a weed allergy, just because I've never heard of anybody
It-
having
it
it.
Wait,
did-
what happens? What happens?
I like my throat closes and I get like itchy eyes.
Yeah, that sounds like an allergy to me.
Yeah, my face feels like it's swelling up.
Maybe you're just allergic to cool stuff.
Yeah.
Are you like smoking it out of a shellfish?
Well, that's
Out of,
yeah.
like,
Hacking
peanut
the mouth
butter.
of a
I
crab?
smoke everything out of a
Just smoking.
lobster because I'm from New England.
Yeah, this might be. I think I identified the problem. Then.
There's a question and
Damn.
answer section on this WikiHow. I really like this question and answer. How do I invent something with homemade things? I'm only 10. And then the answer is try to simplify things and don't let age discourage you. Someone your age that invented an energy increaser with just string.
I got a book.
What is an energy?
Energy increaser. What is it? A 10-year-old invented an energy increaser with just string. Yeah, what does that mean?
It's like when you
Damn.
take the string and you just kind of like wiggle it between your fingers
Yeah.
like that.
It's a yo-yo.
Yeah. He just invented a yo-yo with a solar panel on the side.
It's an energy increaser. How do I get a patent when I'm 12? Get your parents to do it.
I know a kid who got a patent
On what?
when he was 10.
Wow.
He invented like a fish tank cleaner thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I always wanted to invent something.
Yeah, me too.
I had just like a vague desire to invent something, never an idea though.
I wanted to be an inventor. That was
My grandpa. Damn, I can't believe I haven't told you guys this before. My grandpa, he thinks he's like an inventor, and his big invention of like the last decade was called the tip saver.
The tip saver.
The tip saver, and so what the tip saver was, it was a pressure plate that you put a tip jar in. So it alerts you if somebody steals the tip jar.
Oh.
And yeah,
That's-
and,
Genius.
That's
and
nice.
he like and the thing is like if you're gonna steal a tip jar, like people are just gonna see like you
Yeah,
don't
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it just goes beep 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 and he was like astonished that it didn't take off. He like gave it to some bar and they used it for a month and had their tip stolen twice. And then the guy sat my grandpa down and he's like, "Listen, man, like I'm glad you invented this thing, but we ended up just like nailing the jar to the thing." To like the bar because like we realized that your invention made no sense at all, and my
runs in the
grandpa
family.
was fucking crushed.
My grandpa
That's where your
invented,
love
like,
of
a-
invention comes
Yeah.
from.
yeah, comes around. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
My grandpa invented like some like computer system framework for like medical like databases.
Damn, that sounds
some
actually
crazy
pretty
thing
good.
that they used. Yeah. All the
Are
questions
you-
on this WikiHow are literally just like, I want to invent something, but I'm 9 years old. It's like, literally, I have a great idea, but I'm still 10. What if I forget my idea? I have
That
a
rules.
I have a great idea for an invention, but it's a type of technology, and I am only 12. How can I make a prototype?
I found this guy commenting on like a Rob Dyrdek Facebook page that's like misspelled. It was like Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek.
Derdeck. And it was he like commented on it. He was like, "I've always been smarter than everyone I've known,
Damn.
and I have an invention that I need you to help me with." And it was something about like medical technology. And it was I'd have to pull up the post, but it was one of the greatest things I've ever read.
reinvent yourself for teens.
How to
on Wiki.
reinvent yourself
How
for
have we never
teens.
done any WikiHow stuff?
Yeah, well,
I've
'cause it's all
wanted to do
images.
No, there's good
There's
WikiHow
words.
stuff.
Okay.
We haven't done them because they're usually much longer than the lists we usually do, but we've been doing longer episodes lately.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, how long is one of these?
Recently, like 50 minutes, probably.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
we're almost.
Which I like doing the longer ones. It's
Yeah,
more
that's
fun.
fun. It's
Yeah.
because we have more time now. We used to be doing them like when we only had like 45
Right.
minutes to
Yeah.
record, and then like one of us would get there late, so we'd have to record like a
Also,
20-minute
I would
thing.
always have to shit in the middle of the episodes. That happened like maybe
What
5
is
times.
this?
Step 2.
I just had to shit in the middle of the episode.
I only go maybe once every 3 days, which is within the healthy range.
I feel like you definitely looked that up.
yeah. I like how fast you were to defend that.
I defend before anyone even attacks me.
Yeah, I was not going to question you on whether or not that was healthy.
It's strange. The healthy range is something like anywhere between 3 times a day and every 3 days.
I would say
Wow.
I'm much closer to 3 times
Power
a day.
through,
Probably about
baby.
twice
Me
a day.
too.
I'm a big
My-
shitter.
I take like a shit ton of Adderall every day, and it makes me shit so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I used to. When I was on it, it was like I'd have to wake up and then immediately take it, then just go shit for
Yeah,
an hour.
yeah.
So I had to plan my day around the
Exactly,
one,
yeah.
the
Me
one
too.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a debilitating toilet life. Like it's really, it's really affected. It's bled over into the rest of my life.
You should try some things to.
But like, what can
That's
I?
a Nine Inch Nails album title.
Debilitating toilet life. That's sick.
Do you
So-
do the cold showers?
What?
What?
Do you ever-
I do take cold showers after
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I'll take a cold shower because it wakes me up. Makes me. It's like
Yeah.
the greatest feeling in the world.
That's
is,
what I do when I'm hungover.
It's so scary.
It's
But
it's
you do it.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Someone told me they did it. They do it in like Sweden, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. I don't know.
'cause it's
I
Swedish.
don't know why. For some reason that won me over. Yeah.
Because they have they can do that because they have free health care.
Yeah, so,
So
we
if
have
you
when you
get
have
fucked up,
hypothermia,
yeah.
they can.
They can go to the
Fix it.
doctor and they
Step
give them
2.
one pill.
Step 2 on
The
how to
one magic
reinvent
pill.
yourself for teens is clear your mind.
Yes, there is meditation and kickboxing, but there is music, reading, anything that clears your mind.
What does that mean? How is
yeah,
clearing your
yeah,
mind?
yeah.
help you
There's
re-
that. Meditation and kickboxing.
Those are the two ends
But
of
there's
the
also
spectrum.
music
Yeah.
and reading.
Yeah. In the middle is music. Music is closer to kickboxing.
And reading is closer to meditation.
Did you guys
Damn.
ever get into meditation? I feel like you probably did.
I have tried.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was meditating for about an hour a day, but I started
That's
getting.
insane.
That's a lot of time.
I got these visions, and I was getting tired all the time, so I had to cut it out.
I think you were pretty close to astral projection.
yeah, wait, you were getting visions and you stopped?
Yeah, I was
What
seeing
kind of
these
visions?
these transforming faces, and
Oh, wow.
but I suspected it was kind of just a half dreaming thing because it was
Yeah,
never
sleep
too
deprivation
clear.
will do that to you. You can like hallucinate. Basically.
Oh, I've gone for.
I hallucinate a ton.
It happens to me all the time that I go for many days without sleep, and then I start seeing,
Do you see like
yeah.
shadowy
It's,
figures?
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
a
see
real
werewolves.
drug like effect. I would
Yeah.
say, yeah.
I was really into meditation in high school. I was just like a nut job in high school. Like I would drink
Yeah.
this like lucid dreaming tea that tasted like dog shit.
Did you get to the lucid dreaming? Did you?
Yeah, I was like really into lucid dreaming for a
Were
little
you-
bit. I tried astrally projecting. Like
Were you looking
5
at your
or 6
hands every
times.
time you went through a doorway?
I remember this
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
that's a
first time I
classic.
ever did lucid dreaming. It was like everybody does it accidentally the first time, and I was my cousin, my like step cousin had just like met this girl, right? And I had this dream where I like realized I was in a dream, and then I just imagined me and her having sex. I was like 13, and I was like, "This fucking rocks. Let's do
Nice.
this every night." And then I bought this tea off Amazon called like Zataichi something tea. And me and a friend tried to drink it this like the first time, and it's literally the worst taste I've ever tasted in my life. I mean, I opened it up the bag, and I'd paid like $25 for this bag of tea, and I opened up the bag, and it was just a bag full of sticks. And I was like, "This is gonna be bad." And it didn't work for a little bit, but then it worked pretty well.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when we drank that spoiled tea?
When did we drink
At work.
spoiled tea?
We drank this tea and it was like the worst tasting thing I've ever put in my body.
It's
We were like, what
awful.
is going on with
Yeah.
We looked up the
horrible.
Amazon reviews for the brand of tea, and like half of the reviews were like, this is the best tea I've ever tasted, and half were like, this tastes like literal poop. Like,
I remember when I was trying to
weird.
astrally project, I would just fall asleep every time because that's what you're doing. Like when people
Yeah.
think they're astral projecting, they just like fell asleep and had a cool dream.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, dude.
Do you ever do the one where you you lie there and then you imagine yourself going into the dream and then you stay conscious?
Yeah.
through-
Yeah. That
yeah.
was my technique.
Really?
Yeah. I had like I listened to this like
Binaural beats.
no yeah no I
Brain
was listening
entrainment.
to this like tape of this. It's like a guy like guiding you into a lucid
Yeah.
dream, and it works.
Wow.
It worked like not every time, but I would say like 40% of the time it would work.
That's great.
I'm afraid of lucid dreaming because I already have trouble distinguishing between dreams and reality. Like
it
a
makes
lot
it
of
so
time-
much worse.
Yeah, like I already have issues where I'll like think that something happened, but it was just a dream. Like I'll be like, wait, don't you remember when this happened? And then someone's like, no, I never did that.
It's very lucid dreaming. I would say, in my experience, it goes by very fast, and it's not so much enjoyable as it is like. It just freaks you out a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was always disappointed by how not vivid it was.
Really,
Yeah, I always tried to make it more vivid. I have dreams all the time where I'm talking about wondering if I'm dreaming. And it makes me think that I'm dreaming whenever I talk about dreams.
do you think you're dreaming right now?
I don't think
I
I'm
think I'm
dreaming, but
dreaming
I
right now.
suspect I'm dreaming.
What about sleep paralysis? You guys ever?
Oh,
Yeah.
that happens to me a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
How
I
that-
remember the first, like, it happened to me a bunch as a kid, and then it stopped. And then I remember specifically one day, like the year I graduated high school, I was just like, I fell asleep, and then I was like watching, like, it was the first Star Trek movie on VHS. And there's just a gray screen at the end of the tape, and I was watching that before I fell asleep. And then, like, my room, I fell asleep with the lights on, but then, like, I woke up and the room was completely dark, and all I could see was just the TV with the gray screen. And I was like, oh shit, there's like a dude at the end of the bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn. That is the crazy
I
worst shit.
have sleep
Yeah.
paralysis probably once a month, but it's never scary. Like I just wake up and I just can't move at all.
Yeah.
For like
Yeah.
like 10 minutes it feels
Yeah.
like.
I really don't like it because it feels like everything is vague. I can't really
Yeah,
concentrate on
exactly,
anything. And
yeah.
it's, I must be in sleep paralysis. I have
Yeah.
to. And one time I actually got to communicate to my friend to wake me up by yelling, and it made my mouth go, oh, help, wait, sleep. And then he walked over and tapped me on the shoulder, and I
that's
came
cool.
out of it.
That's crazy.
I,
I haven't
uh,
gotten sleep paralysis much recently, but something that happens to me so much, I think it has something to do with sleep apnea, is if somebody else wakes me up, like if I don't wake up on my own, like if someone touches me to wake me up, I like yell. Like I just always am like,
Whoa.
like super loud, and I like freak out, and it always scares my
You ever just
girlfriend.
wake up choking?
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
happens. All my dreams, I can't breathe. I'm
Oh,
dreaming
man.
about suffocating.
Yeah, I
because
did that
of
last
sleep
night.
apnea.
For me that's an
What are
acid
your
reflux
recurring-
thing.
Yeah, I
just
think it
wake
could
up
be that
just
too.
like just like feel
What
like
are
I'm
your,
choking on my tongue.
Recurring dreams.
I haven't had many dreams at all lately. All I just remember is I am just choking in all of my dreams.
Do you guys
I can't
talk in your
breathe.
sleep?
Yeah,
I do.
I talk in my sleep, so I just do weird shit in my sleep.
Yeah.
Like one time when I was staying in a hotel room, and me and my brother had to sleep in the same bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night. He was like doing shit on his laptop, and I woke up in the middle of the night, took all the sheets off the bed, put them into a ball, and then just placed them on top of his head, and then just went back to sleep. Oh, and also I went back. I didn't get on the bed to go back to sleep. I like went on the ground underneath the curtains
Nice.
and thought they were the blanket. And I use those. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes just like talking to my pillow, like just
Yeah.
having a conversation, and I realize that I'm talking to my pillow and not whoever person I think I'm talking to. And then I just keep doing it because I like it, and I go back to sleep. Like I'll just keep, like I'll wake up thinking that like my pillow is like my girlfriend, and then I'll
Yeah.
just keep talking to it.
Nice.
I thrash around a lot in my sleep.
Dude, hell yeah, dude, that's
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
punk.
awesome.
My
Yeah,
older
I'm
brother,
moshing.
my older brother is like when we were kids, you could have conversations with him while he was sleeping. So whenever like our cousins would come up for sleepovers, we'd just fuck with them
That's funny.
and try to like get them. Like there is
You ever
one
say something
distinct
gay?
memory I have with me and my cousin Brian, where we just kept asking him about like where the money was, and he kept saying, "I don't have your milk money." It was pretty fun.
That's
That
good.
was fun.
Yeah. I've heard you're on a bit of a psychonaut journey right now,
Oh,
Aaron.
I don't know about that. But I did do LSD
For the
which
first time?
was, I did it. It was over a year ago.
Over a year ago. Did
And
it go
then-
poorly?
Well, the first time was incredible, and then the next time was also incredible. But then I had some of the lingering effects afterwards.
You had a persisting
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
I had that.
PPD.
I guess so. I
I got PP out of my D.
BB Babo.
PB boot, Peebo
I
bracelet.
got,
Oh, yeah,
I got
Peebo D.
Peebo Babo.
I got Peebo bracelet.
What did you have?
space continued to distort, and faces still appeared.
How long did that
and
last?
mesmerizingly beautiful, and yeah.
That sounds like a nightmare. Everything was beautiful and I was happy all the time.
No, you know,
People were
I'd look
screaming.
in a picture, and the eyes would appear evil to me.
Are
And
you
I
sure you
would
weren't
have-
just in like a haunted house?
the whole time? It lasted about 6 months, maybe.
Damn,
And
that's so
then
scary.
I was pretty frightened. I was sort of losing my mind. And then about a year, actually a year exactly after the last time I did LSD, I tried the mushrooms, and
How'd that
those
go?
were. I was so relieved when I came down from those, and it was just done.
Just
There
gone,
was
yeah.
nothing lingering from that, and I was psyched because I sort of went into it with the perspective. Well, these trips are so incredible that it's totally worth destroying your life over. Basically, if I died immediately after the first acid trip, I think it still would have been worth it because it was so totally just outside of anything that I'd seen before.
So you've only done them twice, though. With that in mind?
I did the acid twice, and then I did the mushrooms once, and I tried marijuana in between the times that I tried the acid, and
How'd
I
that go?
didn't like that at all. That kind of freaked me out.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to Cameron earlier. I think weed gets underrated for like how scary it is if you get too
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I still like I smoke weed pretty much every day, and
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't. I was talking to somebody about how like I smoke weed every day, and if somebody like asked me like, "Hey man, do you like smoke weed?" I'd be like, "No, fuck no, dude. That
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, no, of course not. Like I do it every
Yeah.
once in a while, but pretty much
Yeah.
every night I smoke weed.
Did I tell you that I tried to smoke weed? Like, remember that
Oh,
time
yeah,
your
yeah.
friends from North Carolina came up?
Oh, did you smoke weed then?
I smoked weed that night because I was like, well, what if I smoke it and then immediately take a Zyrtec? Because I was like, what if that will
I bet
just
that's
combat
bad.
the
Yeah,
effects?
yeah.
And I had such a bad panic attack that I was just pacing back and forth in my living room. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I have to calm myself down. So I just started drinking a bunch of beer.
Oh yeah, you drank like
So
drank
I
like
just got
15 Modelo's or some
I
shit.
just got super fucked up
That's awesome,
on
dude.
top of a panic attack. I
And
was just
Zyrtec.
like, I just gotta fucking drink these Modelo's. That'll help.
My worst drug experience was with mushrooms. I don't think I'll ever do them again. I did like
Yeah?
4.5 grams, and I kept.
that's what I did.
Yeah, that's too many. I feel like it's bad.
It was
Didn't you,
wild.
Like, vomit milk.
Oh yeah, I thought because someone told me milk was like an eject button.
Really?
And so there's a picture. I have a photo. I'll show it to you. It's a photo of me just sitting. I'm in Yosemite.
no.
Or no, yeah, I'm in Yosemite in like the most beautiful place ever, and you can see it all around me. And I'm just like in the middle of the photo next to a puddle of milk vomit, and I look so fucked up.
We'll post that picture on the.
Yeah, we'll
for
post
the
it.
episode.
In the middle of the trip, me and my cousin were just like just so fucked up from these mushrooms. And this woman could see that we were having a horrible time. We were at this campsite in Yosemite, and this woman like walked up to us and she was like, "Hey, are you guys okay?" Me and I'm like sitting next to a puddle of my vomit. And I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're fine." We're just like, and I'm like trying so hard to keep it together. And my cousin, he didn't have the resolve to like keep it together. So I'm like talking to her and just like making small talk, trying to get her to leave. And he just keeps going like, "You look exactly like my mom." he just kept saying, "You look, I'm sorry, you just look so much like my mom." And then she was like telling us how she was a nurse, and he was like, "My mom used to be a nurse. My mom used to be a nurse. This is really," and then he just left. Yeah.
So you had a bad trip.
It was a really bad trip. I kept looking in the trees, and I kept like the three pieces of imagery that I kept seeing over and over again. I was seeing penises and like humongous boobs, and I was seeing and then Jack Nicholson in The Shining. And I was just everywhere I looked, I was just seeing dick, boob, Jack Nicholson's face.
That's awful. That was the universe for you, right?
It was the worst experience of my life, easily. And
did it shake you?
Did it shape me?
Shake you?
It definitely shook me. I will say, coming down was like the greatest drug experience ever.
Oh yeah.
I saw there was like Yosemite, beautiful place when you're sober, but when you're like kind of on mushrooms, it's unbelievable. Like there was like
I can imagine.
There was this like eagle. I just remember seeing the eagle and just like freaking out and being like, I thought that I was like imagining it, but it was really there. And I had my cousin Jake was there, and he was sober. He was like trip sitting us, and he's like the most like he's nonplussed by everything. Like he just doesn't give a fuck. So he didn't really notice that we were freaking out. So he's like sitting there sleeping on a chair while like with his hat over his eyes. And I just kept telling my other cousin like, "Dude, he's our fucking enemy, dude. He did this on purpose." Like I was telling him, I thought that he was like trying to take us down.
That's awful.
And I was like, he poisoned us, and then he fucking.
I get so much just in my normal every day. At least I have at least one thought that my friends are trying to kill me.
It was bad. It was I would say that was the worst my mental health ever was. Right after that, one other thing I remember, it also ruined a couple of songs for me because I made this playlist and I was like, this is all stuff it'll like put me in the right headspace and be great. Yeah. And the song that ruined, like I can't listen to this one song anymore. It's a Japandroid song called "Continuous Thunder."
Let's play it.
And the last, I mean, you should play it because the last there's like a 2-minute part where it just plays the same riff over and over again and says like "continuous thunder." And I thought that we listened to that song for 3 hours. Damn. And I like screamed at my cousin. I was like, "Turn this song off!"
That sounds like a horrible experience.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I will listen to Swans and Pig Destroyer on acid.
I really like Swans.
Dude, that would scare me, man.
Dude.
I can't listen to anything scary.
Oxygen, The Seer Returns, Little God in My Hands, those 3 songs.
When we were on acid, we watched Austin Powers, and that almost put me on the road. I'm listening to Swans.
That was so much fun.
That was great.
It was Austin Powers, the greatest movie. Goldmember was the greatest movie of all time.
It was this close to just like ruining my life.
I don't understand watching something.
I watched Halloween twice.
I feel like you got to get outside.
We went outside immediately after watching Goldmember.
That was an amazing.
I remember
experience.
I hallucinated a ceiling fan in the living room. I remember I was laying back in a chair.
So mundane.
Yeah, it was. I was sitting there and I was like, "Why is the fan on? It's the middle of winter." And then I looked up and there was no fan, and I was like, "Wow, that's fucked."
Holy cow.
My brother said that he took 2 tabs of acid. This is why like I've only ever taken a half tab of acid.
Oh really?
I'm that mushrooms thing really fucked up hallucinogens for me.
The bad hallucinogenic trips can really make you feel like you ruined your life.
I don't. But I think next time I do acid, I want to do at least 1 tab because
at least 100.
At least 100 tabs. My brother took like 2 or 3 tabs at a music festival once and said that he was like, "Oh man, I'm not high at all," and he was like looking at his friend, and then his friend's head turned into a cube and like a Rubik's cube and rearranged itself, and then he was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
My sister's fiance, he and his friend had like liquid acid. and
that's
it,
so
like, in a, like
scary.
a
It's
dropper.
just like
Something
acid,
about
like
that
it
is
just,
so,
like,
like
melts you.
the idea, like accidentally
He had-
squirting like the entire like dropper.
That's what he
Okay,
did.
well,
That's horrible.
That's what he did.
horrible.
He didn't know that you were only supposed to do like one drop. He
Oh,
did like the
no.
whole thing, and then like the dude he was doing it with looked at him and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
that's $100.
Yeah, he's like, "You just took like 14 fucking tabs worth."
Oh my
And then the guy
God.
just looked at him and then just grabbed the dropper from him and then took the entire like another thing. He matched him, and then they like got fucked up for 3 days.
Yeah, that's like a yeah. I think what's the scariest to me about psychoactive drugs is the way that they warp time.
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
the only.
for
If
sure.
I don't think about time, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I do, it immediately. I
ru-
just
yeah, yeah.
I
I
get
feel like we
fucked
were
up.
at his lake house for like a fucking week.
It was
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
yeah. But I really tried not to think about that.
On the mushrooms, it felt like time was looping itself, repeating itself.
That was what. That's
Like I
like
said,
what I
it's a
said.
time
That
travel
song that just
episode.
repeats
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what was so scary
Yeah.
about that
I
song.
felt I was trapped in the kitchen. I felt like time and place were inventions in my mind, and
Yeah.
it was all some kind of cruel joke. Like
Yeah, I was just seeing wieners and boobs all the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
time. Mine, honestly, like
Time are we at?
just a
Yeah,
bad
we're at hour
review.
10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep going. I like talking about horrible drug experience.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
Well-
like a bad experience on drugs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
every
on
time I
acid?
smoke weed.
Oh, on acid. I've done acid twice. Neither time was bad.
Yeah,
Really?
both
Like-
times
like-
were
Yeah.
great, and I did them.
they were both bad.
Yours were both bad.
Well, they had good and bad.
Oh,
they had
I
the
think that's
extreme
pretty-
peak and the extreme low. And I
Yeah.
think if it was either of just the extreme peak or just the extreme low, it wouldn't have been a nice experience.
What was the extreme low for you?
Just feeling like my soul was being destroyed, things like
I
that.
think
you
that
know?
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
ego death thing,
That's
or at
probably
least
the
that's what
thing
like
that does
that's
it.
what like
Yeah.
people who are into like hallucinogens say is an ego death. I don't really know what that means.
When I took 2 tabs of acid, I had my sketchbook, and I was like, I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna take acid and then draw, and it's gonna be like crazy, you know, like you see
Yeah.
the thing, like this person on acid drew like,
I
and
did
it's
the
like,
same
and
thing
I
Drawing
the
literally-
first time.
XKCD
No,
comics.
I literally looked at it the next day. It's literally just like
Well.
just like 2 spirals and like a squiggly line and like a smiley face.
I drew
have to
like a
be-
weird skeleton my first time on a piece of like a
I'll
plate.
show you the drawings. They're
It's
drew a
funny that
skeleton
like
on a plate that I was
specifically with
eating off of.
mushrooms, you're just like poisoning yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what all drugs are. Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
alcohol
just
is poison.
Yeah,
too,
I guess
you know?
that's true. But to a much great like I remember the worst feeling was like coming up on the mushrooms and like peaking
Oh.
and just being like, oh, I just like poisoned myself on purpose in a place where I don't have any cell service. And like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I just paid $40.
You stay that lucid on it? Like you
No, I didn't. That was like probably my last thought. And
Yeah.
then I was every time I closed my eyes, I was seeing snakes.
Yeah.
It was bad, dude.
What is it with the snakes? Very strange.
Yeah.
Do you see
imagery-
snakes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
I feel it's.
Well, there is. I would say across. I mean,
Let's
yeah.
let's talk about machine elves.
Okay.
I don't know.
What about
I just
the
remembered that.
That's
three
what people
aliens?
see
No, no,
on
no.
TV.
I was
It's
just thinking
three
about the-
aliens that you see. They're like
I thought it was machine
They're
elves.
a council. Listen, buddy, I've watched a lot of Joe Rogan. There's
Go
3
ahead.
aliens.
Take
They're
it
a
away.
council. When you break through with DMT, you see the aliens and they say like you're not ready, and then they send you back to your shit body.
The machine elves, also known as fractal elves, is what you see.
I just remembered that
Perhaps they are the programmers, and some say they might even be us in another dimension. Machine elves may be sort of like guardian angels or spirit guides, just with a different purpose. When I met the machine elves, they were working very hard to hold every piece of matter together. The more my vision zoomed in on objects and people around the room, the more I saw of them. Basically, they're like when people do DMT, you look around and you see that there are these machine elves that are running the world and like constructing everything and holding it together.
I feel like if
That's
I
a
did
common
DMT, I'd
experience
just
of-
see the Avengers.
I feel like if I didn't know, yeah,
I just
Sounds
be
like
like,
I
oh,
didn't
what's up,
know that.
Ant Man?
right.
I
just
never
remember-
get any of the pop culture stuff. A lot of people talk about they see pop culture
Yeah.
Really?
things. I've
Like I said,
never-
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. It's for me. It's only been these extremely not human things. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's anything that I've seen in my life before.
I think the scary part to me is always like just the fact that if you close your eyes, you're like still seeing shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that happens
Yeah.
in daily life.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
that
I
happens
guess
to
that's
me
true.
a lot.
Yeah. What do you guys
I
see?
get if I've like been watching a movie, like I only watch horror movies, pretty much, and so most of the time, if I'm trying to fall asleep, just like scenes from horror movies just play in my mind over and over, which is fine. It does like because I like the movies.
Twisted.
It's not like it's not like it's not like I'm scared, you know. It's just like it's just that I'll see like stuff that I've seen from the day, and I can't stop seeing it, and I'm trying to go to sleep, and it's just like playing in my head. But it's usually like horror movies.
I feel like Patrick's gonna Photoshop like a tree that has a penis, a boob, and Jack Nicholson's face in it, and then send it to me, and I'm gonna kill myself immediately.
I just remember the first time I did acid, the low point that we were talking about like a couple minutes ago was the low point was when we went to a gas station and we saw a guy smoking a cigarette next to the pumps, and then my friend who was also on acid made a joke like, "Hell yeah, smoking next to the pump." And then the guy came over to him and gave him a drag of the cigarette while he was filling up the car, and I thought, we're going to explode. And I started freaking out in the car. And then...
Yeah,
that was the lowest point.
Like he was driving on acid.
No, we had a friend driving.
Oh,
It was
nice.
me and then two kids...
two children,
Two kids
5-year-old children.
that this kid brought from his school. They were like exchange students or international students. That's not the exchange student. They were international students. They didn't have anywhere to go, so we brought them to his house in New Hampshire. And
Cool.
yeah, they brought acid, so we did acid with them.
Damn.
And we just had like a trip sitter. My friend Alex.
I've never done any like cool drugs. Like I've never
Have you
never
ever-
done like ecstasy or anything.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the jester realm in DMT?
No.
People
Jokers.
see
That's
like
where you're
jesters
from.
and clowns.
Joker's
they see
playground.
hyperspace clowns.
Hyperspace clowns.
Yeah, and they go to the jester realm.
That's
and
where-
they see
that's where
like
you're from.
another common thing besides the machine elves.
You're
is
from
people
the
see
jester
jesters.
realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, because I'm the Joker, because I'm awesome.
No, the Joker's
Joker's
actually
trick.
the bad guy. I don't know if you've watched the
Yeah.
fucking
I don't know if
movies.
you know about the new movie, but he's the main character, and then movie's named after him, so he can't be bad.
Oh yeah, tell that to Hitch.
Who's oh yeah,
The Will
Hitch.
Smith
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. No, he's a great guy. What are you talking about?
Hitch.
He's addicted to sex.
Yeah, he's
I'm going to teach Kevin James to fuck.
exactly. Yeah, he's
I'm
helping
Hitch.
a fat guy.
Yeah.
which is a sin.
It's evil.
Yeah, so he's bad.
This episode's gonna be longer than the
Yeah.
50th one.
I hope so.
I'm running out of steam.
Running out of
Too.
steam.
Yeah, I'm like out.
Do you guys have steam that you exert on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was out
Oh,
of
is that what's
steam
been
at the
coming out of your
beginning.
mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. So yes,
Yeah, okay.
season 2 of Podcast About List is not going to be funny anymore. We're just going to
We're going
talk.
to talk about
Whatever.
trips
This is
that we've
easily
had.
the most interesting conversation we've ever had on this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
It was almost no list talk, but I liked it. So.
Aaron, do you have anything that you want to plug? Do you have any?
I think I would plug LSD, but definitely be
Try it
careful. It's a serious it's a
That's
serious
your plug.
it's a serious commitment.
It is.
You could ruin your life, and you have to space out the experiences. But I think it's worth it to ruin your life because
You actually are plugging
I
LSD.
meant like, do you have like a website or a?
No,
he doesn't. No.
Like, yeah.
He doesn't even have data on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
You don't have a website when you.
Or
that's
like
the-
shows, or you're not doing a Fringe show, or are you?
I wanted to, but I didn't end up getting one. It's too
Aw.
bad.
You
I'll
should've.
probably be at the Fringe just doing being on random shows.
Yeah, so keep
Okay,
a lookout
yeah.
for Aaron at Fringe if you're going to be in
Aaron
Scotland.
Fairbanks. Yeah, if you're at Fringe, peep the bills and see what's.
Yeah, Google
Yeah.
Command F.
What shows do you do when you're over there?
Just my friends, random things. Nothing really.
Damn, I wish I was gone. I'll make it out there some year.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
No, you won't.
I'll do it before I die.
You should definitely.
Yeah.
It's in Scotland, right?
Cause what?
It's in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks.
bye.
Thanks very much.